in terms of marketing, in terms of the view that we take to marketing, it really has not evolved at the same pace that our understanding of production has. So most of us will still approach online video, I think, mentally as if it's TV, and companies, businesses across the world will think about developing a campaign idea for video. They'll then kind of work with a creative agency to make it, or some outsourced production help. We'll then look at using media planners to distribute that far and wide on the kind of platforms, and traditionally the over-the-top delivery platforms for TV advertising, and now YouTube and Facebook and that kind of thing. And then lastly, we'll judge success according to the number of people that actually view it, and we'll kind of think of video in those terms. But of course, this is a really broken way of thinking, because video is not a strategy. It's not a thing that you get value from inherently just by having video. It's simply a media type. It's the way in which we communicate with one another, and increasingly it is the dominant media type for the web. So we all need to verse ourselves in video as a language, but understand that video itself is not sufficient to really stand out in the modern world. And that each particular platform that we might be dealing with treats video in a very different way. So if we just think about some common platforms here, we notice that things like YouTube allows us to have a sort of slightly more restricted media type than, say, Facebook, which has videos of all these different aspect ratios, and things like LinkedIn now have native video, and you're going to find this mostly through searching around and clicking. Facebook, you're just going to get videos delivered in your feed. On YouTube, you're going to be able to browse around and find videos through search. In email, you're going to increasingly, browsers are able to cope with video and email, and we'll talk quite a lot about optimizing for that later on. You can have video on your website, and we're in a world where all social media platforms are essentially video channels. So we need to understand that the kind of another, and adjust our thinking accordingly to create content for the platforms that we're working with. Our website, social media, email, that kind of video, and then pushing it out to all places. So the strategy that this is called is often referred to as like platform first. So thinking in terms of the platform, the channel that we're working with, and making the content to match that.